Does Adrian really need to be in the recorded version?
I'm not funny.
This is
Do you need to be in the recorded version?
More of me, I think, is what the viewers want at home.
How about less of a sheesh?
That's nice.
Switch a sheesh and Adrian.
let's see who I have here. So just to confirm, I have Arav, Advait, Pavani, and Skandan playing right now, and then Wesley will sub in at the middle. Then correct me if I'm wrong, but Arav is going to sub out. I'll take that as a yes. And then on the ineluctable modality of quizbowl, you guys don't have any subs. Correct? That as a yes. Okay. Let me pull up the timer. You guys can buzzer check. Or not. Okay. I am then starting in 3, 2, 1. Toss-up 1. After this ruler ordered the construction of the Chateau Gaillard, blood rained on their workers. In legend, the wandering minstrel Blondel sang a song co-written by this ruler. This ruler acknowledged Tancred I as king of Sicily to free their imprisoned sister by the Treaty of Messina. After being accused of murdering Conrad of Montferrat, this ruler was captured with
Richard Lionheart.
correct. And that is in power.
Good bet.
Your bonus. These elements have partially filled 4 f orbitals. For 10 points each, name these elements. Relativity and pore shielding explains why the atomic radius of these elements decreases with increasing atomic number, known as their namesake contraction.
Lanthanides.
Correct. This American chemist placed the actinides below the lanthanides on the periodic table. He was the co-discoverer of 10 element, and element 106 was named in his honor.
Seaborg.
Correct. Seaborg discovered several elements heavier than this radioactive material with atomic number 92. This element's a 235 isotope, undergoes nuclear fission and is used in reactors and atomic bombs.
Lead directed.
Repeat.
Lead.
Incorrect. Answer is uranium.
That's why 92. Oh, it's no.
Wait, it was 92.
Throwing.
Why would that be lead?
Well, I just wanted to.
Okay. Toss-up 2. Toss-up 2. This concept is equated with lowercase b being in Calvin Warren's neo-Heideggerian work, Ontological Terror. All people without this status, per Frank Wilderson's generalization of a concept developed by Orlando Patterson, are subject to the 3 pillars of natal alienation: gratuitous violence and general dishonor. Peggy McIntosh's Invisible Knapsack explains the benefits of this status. Frantz Fanon argued that because of epidermalization, Omkar?
What?
Yeah.
Colonized?
I already said yeah to your first answer.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yeah. I said yeah to your first answer.
Oh,
What was your first answer?
White. Okay. Okay. Your bonus. Name this. Wait, no. The notes long E, F, D, D are played passante to begin a movement title for this concept. For 10 points each, name this concept called the Empress of the World. in the first section of Karl Orff's Carmina Burana, whose first movement, title for this concept, likens it to the moon waxing and waning.
The moon directed.
Incorrect. The answer is Fortune.
That's sad.
Karl Orff's O Fortuna is set to text in this language. Orff's Cantuli Carmina is a musical setting of poems in this language written by the ancient poet Catullus.
Latin.
Correct. In Carmina Burana's Intabrino section, a solo tenor uses this technique to sing Latin poetry from the perspective of a roasting swan. Performing in this vocal register requires singing with a breathy form of head voice.
Soprano. Yeah, soprano.
Incorrect. Answer is falsetto.
Locking on the votes.
Toss-up 3. The protagonist of this novel is proclaimed a true Christian after they are compelled to lick an actor's shoes. After mocking a woman singing opera, Dim hits this novel's protagonist with a chain, leaving them to be arrested in the house of the woman they assaulted. This novel's protagonist jumps out of an apartment window after F. Alexander blasts Beethoven's music because they'd undergone Omkar. Correct. Yeah, correct. 15. Your bonus. During debate over this legislation, Henry Foote pulled out a pistol on Thomas Hart Benton. For 10 points each, name this legislation drafted by Henry Clay and Stephen Douglas, which allowed California to enter the Union as a freed state.
Yeah, the Compromise of 1850.
Correct. The Compromise of 1850 was passed in the wake of a conflict between the United States and this country. That war between the U.S. and this country was partially triggered by the annexation of Texas.
Mexico.
Correct. The Compromise of 1850 was defended by this senator in the 7th of March speech, who lost his seat afterwards. In another speech, this senator... Correct. That's 30.
Good job.
Yeah, correct. Toss-up 4. In this book's 19th chapter, one figure quips, "What I have written, I have written." Analogies to the true vine and bread of life appear in a list of 7 I am statements in this text. 6 allusions to the beloved disciple...
Buzz.
Anvith?
Book of John.
Yes. Your bonus. This song's music video features skateboarders at the mall where the lyrics, "And you fall, and you crawl, and you break," plays. For 10 points each, name the single off the album Let Go, whose singer warns, "You try to be cool, you look like a fool to me," and then proclaims, "I see the way you're acting like somebody else gets me frustrated."
When you're acting like somebody else.
I don't think singing is gonna help us.
I don't think you know this.
It's
Skater boy.
like freaking Selena Gomez.
Skater
probably.
boy. Avril Lavigne. Skater boy.
Incorrect. Answer is Complicated. Complicated is a song by this Canadian artist who chronicled a failed romance between a punk and ballet dancer and skater boy. This artist repeated the refrain, "Hey, hey, you," in the song Girlfriend.
Avril Lavigne.
Correct. This other Canadian singer collaborated with rapper Ludacris with songs such as "Baby" and "All Around the World." More recently, Daniel Caesar and Giveon were featured on this singer's 2021 hit "Peaches."
Justin Bieber.
Correct. That was a wonderful bonus. Toss-up 5. This phenomenon occurs with the onset of polarized ground states in the Stoner model, which gives the minimum exchange energy needed. Hard and soft materials exhibiting this phenomenon are distinguished by coercivity. Barkhausen noise occurs to sudden changes in the orientation of Weiss domains and materials exhibiting this phenomenon. Changing an applied field causes a path-dependent lag in the moment per unit volume, creating hysteresis loop in materials exhibiting this phenomenon. Yes. Answer. Oh. my god.
Sorry, you just hear
Your
me now.
answer?
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Ferromagnetism.
Correct.
Good
Thank you.
buzz.
Your bonus. A character in this novel is sent to a mental asylum for helping Jews during the Holocaust and later shoots the Secretary of State while intending to kill Old Wobbly. For 10 points each, name this Heinrich Ball novel in which Robert Famel does the title action with the Secretary Lenore at the Prince Heinrich Hotel.
Billiards at 9:30.
Correct. Heinrich Wohl wrote in this language as part of the post-war rebel literature movement. Other novels in this language
German,
include
right.
Siddhartha and Steppenwolf. Correct.
German.
As part of their Danzig trilogy, this other post-war German writer
Fast.
wrote a novel about a boy. Correct. 30. Toss-up 6. Newborns with this condition may sometimes have transient myeloproliferative disorder, which may evolve into acute megakaryoblast leukemia. This condition is suggested by low PAP-A, high HCG, and new translucency. Anvit?
HCG. So diabetes.
Repeat.
Diabetes.
Incorrect. Neck 5. This condition causes Alzheimer's-like dementia due to increased amyloid precursor protein. Advait?
Down syndrome.
Correct. And that's 15. Your bonus. In this state, Carrie Newell castigated the Marion County Record and its editor, Eric Meyer, for allegedly receiving information about her illegally, leading to a police raid on that newspaper. For 10 points each, name the state where Laura Kelly defeated Derek Schmidt and Chris Kovac in subsequent gubernatorial elections. In a 2022 referendum, this state's voters refused to amend its constitution to ban abortion.
Kansas.
Um,
Kansas directed.
sure.
Correct. Newell accused the newspaper of obtaining records of her committing this crime. MAD agitates against this crime, evidence for which is often obtained from a breathalyzer during a traffic stop.
Drunk driving
Speeding.
directed.
Oh yeah.
Correct. Press freedom in Kansas is partly guaranteed by Kansas's law of this type, which protects journalists from having to reveal their sources. The proposed Press Act is a federal version of these laws.
Secrecy.
Amen.
No. Okay,
Answer.
just say
What's your final answer?
No answer.
Answer was shield laws. And the timer went off. So, we currently have, we have the ineluctable modality of quizbowl at 175 and Oak Valley B at, I have to put this in, 35, but I have to quickly do my sub thing. So you guys work on subbing.
It says the buzzer is full.
Okay then. Okay, so R have subbed out, correct?
that is correct.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay, toss-up. Wait. Toss-up 7. In a cafe in this city, Trooper James Fowler murdered Jimmy Lee Jackson. During turnaround Tuesday in this city, Minister James Reeb was clubbed to death. The cattle-prod-wheeling Sheriff Jim Clark arrested a group of protesters in this city during a voting drive. A photograph taken in this city shows Amelia Boynton Robinson laying on the street after a beating. A wall of troopers blocked the Edmund Pettus Bridge in this city on Bloody Sunday. On
Atlanta.
Incorrect, Nick 5. During which John Lewis sustained a head injury. Events in this city prompted Lyndon Johnson to present the Voting Rights Act to Congress. For 10 points, name this city, the origin of a 1965 civil rights march to nearby Montgomery, Alabama. Toss-up goes dead. Answer was Selma, Alabama. Okay, again, because of the sheet. Okay, we figured it out. Debate. This artist was inspired by Jung's ideas of the Amina and Aminus and a Navajo art exhibit at the MoMA to paint Guardians of the Secret. This artist painted mural for the entrance to Peggy Guggenheim's townhouse. This artist was often photographed by Hans Namuth while in their studio. This artist, Omkar,
Pollock.
Ollie. Leave and rejoin.
You hear me?
yeah, can you repeat?
Jackson Pollock.
Correct.
Welcome.
15. Okay. Your bonus. In this play, when a character asks how to get to Hades, another says they can hang themselves, use hemlock, or jump off a tower during a torch race. For 10 points each, name this comedy in which the title characters chant Breck Cokes Cokes. Correct. This Greek playwright and author of The Frogs also wrote. Correct. In this other Aristophanes play about ending the Peloponnesian War, Tragus of Athens marries Harvest and frees the title entity from a cave with the help of a dung beetle.
I directed Lysistrata. It's wrong. It's peace, but just keep going.
You have to say that a lot.
So, okay.
Don't give me points.
So I'm gonna. Yeah,
20,
okay.
20.
That's what I did do. So, yeah, I know. Okay. Toss-up 9. In a story by this author, Miss Crater asks a man to teach her deaf-mute daughter how to say sugar pie. Tom steals a car after abandoning Lucy Null at a diner in that story by this author. A woman created by this author offers a penny to a black child in a story in which she is escorted. Omkar?
Connor.
Correct. And that is 15. Your bonus. This war begins with Shuai's refusal of an ultimatum from Sir Bartolfreri to disband his army. For 10 points each, name this war that fought between the British Empire and a namesake kingdom in South Africa originally founded by Shaka.
No, Zulu.
Zulu directed.
Okay, fine. Sorry.
Correct. The British Empire was led by this female monarch during the Anglo-Zulu War. Crosses named for this monarch are awarded for valor.
Victoria.
Correct. Several Victoria Crosses were awarded after this battle of the Anglo-Zulu War, in which a small force led by John Chard managed to defeat a namesake mission station against a force of thousands of Zulus.
Blood River. Blood River.
Is that your final answer?
Correct.
Incorrect. Answer was Battle of Rorke's Drift.
Yeah, I knew it was the other one.
No,
It's fine.
Toss-up 10. A landmark in this city was criticized in the leaflet Public Necessity or Just Plain Pork. Michelangelo's Laurentian Library inspired Cass Gilbert's design of this city in Central Library. Minoru Yamasaki designed this city's Igoi housing project, which was demolished in 1976. A building in this city has ornamental thin brick piers and exemplifies its architect's base shaft attic design based on classical columns. Honeycomb offices occupy the top floors of this city's Wainwright Building, a skyscraper designed by Don Omkar.
I have no idea where that is. My bad. New York.
Incorrect. Neg 5. Skyscraper designed by Dankmar Adler and Louis Sullivan. A landmark in this city has a weighted catenary shape and was designed by Eero Saarinen. Yeah. For 10 points, name this Missouri city that contains the Gateway Arch. Wesley?
St. Louis.
Correct. Your bonus. Modifications to a traditional method of fish fermentation is the reason why this ethnic group has the highest rate of botulism in the United States. For 10 points each, name this indigenous group of Alaska and Canada known for making igloos.
Eskimo.
It tells me to prompt and then also to inform you guys that the Inuit consider it offensive.
Oh.
Answer?
Answer. No.
No answer? Inuit language of this type, used in Nunavut, is abbreviated IUR. A language of this type from Martha's Vineyard went extinct as its users migrated to the mainland.
Wait, who is that? Or is this a bonus? Sorry, my bad. My bad.
Answer? I'll take that as no answer. The answer was sign language. Because Inuit Sign Language cannot be classified as part of a larger language family, it is considered this type of language. Other languages of this type are Basque in Spain and Sandawe in Tanzania. Answer? Answer is
answer.
the language isolates. Okay. Toss-up 11. In a poem in this collection, a mother full of blasphemies would rather have spawned a whole lot of vipers than give birth to the poet. A poem in this collection asks a figure who taught us how to mix sulfur and saltpeter to take pity on my long misery. The line, folly... Omkar.
Where is that from? I don't remember. 20 love poems in a song of despair.
Incorrect. Neg 5. The line, folly, error, sin, avarice / occupy our minds and labor and our bodies, begins a poem in this collection, which includes the poems Benediction and The Litanies of Satan. The refined monster Inuit smokes a hookah pipe in a poem addressed to a hypocrite reader, which is included in this collection section Spleen and Ideal. For 10 points, name this French poetry collection by Charles Baudelaire. No buzz, so the toss-up goes dead. Answer was Les Fleurs de Mal, or The Flowers of Evil. Okay. I am going to pause the timer for a sec because it looks like someone is disconnected. And they're back. Okay.
Yeah.
They're good.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, start. Okay. Near this structure, David Dubos and Gaillard oversaw construction of the Culebra Cut. A protest over a torn flag near this structure is commemorated on Martyrs' Day. At age 87, Ferdinand de Lesseps was convicted of misappropriating funds for a predecessor to this structure in a scandal that also implicated Gustave Eiffel. The High Bunau-Varilla Treaty authorized the construction of this structure, which changed hands in the Torrijos-Carter treaties. Advait?
Suez Canal.
Incorrect. Neck 5. Walter Reed's work on yellow fever facilitated the completion of this structure, which has 3 sets of locks. Anvit?
Panama Canal. Good buzz.
Correct. Your bonus. In this opera, Alfredo throws his casino winnings at its title character's feet to humiliate her. For 10 points each, name this opera whose title character, Violetta Valerie, sings the aria Sempre Libera before dying of tuberculosis.
Anyone. Madame Butterfly directed.
How would we know? Let's be so true.
No answer, no answer.
Incorrect. Incorrect. Answer is La Traviata, or The Fallen Woman. In La Traviata, the Violetta and Alfredo tell characters to take this action in Libiamo ne lieti calici. That aria is a brindisi, a type of song encouraging characters to do this action.
Drinking directed.
Correct. La Traviata is an opera by this Italian composer of Rigoletto and Aida.
Verdi directed.
Nice.
Correct.
Hard, easy.
Well done, gang.
Okay. Toss up 13. Speed running one game in this series can take advantage of the Ditman glitch. In one game in this series, harpoons must be used against the lake monster del Lago. Osman Sadler leads the Plaga parasite venerating Los Iluminados cult in its 4th entry, the first where Adalong is playable. After the Mega Mycete is destroyed, Ethan Winter's daughter Rose and wife Mia are saved by Chris Redfield in another entry in this series. In another entry, Ashish...
Assassin's Creed?
Incorrect. Night 5. In another entry, Advait?
Resident Evil.
Correct. That's 10. Your bonus. This substance's free streaming length determines if it's hot, cold, or warm. For 10 points each, name this substance that was posited by Fritz Zwicky to explain unusual speeds in the coma cluster. It makes up around 27% of the mass energy of the universe.
Dark energy or dark matter? Dark matter direct.
Repeat. Correct. Simulations predict that these objects are surrounded by dark matter halos. The Milky Way is an example of these objects' spiral type.
Galaxy.
Galaxy.
Correct. This American astronomer found that the rotation curves of several galaxies were flat, suggesting that their mass still grows outside the galactic bulge despite the apparent lack of stars.
Hubble.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Incorrect answer was Vera Rubin. And that ends the match. We did not make it very far. Oh dear. We got through 13 toss-ups, and the intellectual modality of quizbowl got 255, while Oak Valley B ended with 70.
Good game.
Game to both of you. You're welcome.